Hey guys, like I said, sorry I haven't done a video in a while. Just watched Match of the Day last night, and I also watched a little bit of the Barcelona and Elbar game. So to start with, I'll give you a little snippet of that. I didn't see the first hour of the game, but Barcelona did really come into life in the kind of last kind of 20 minutes of the game, from the kind of 70 kind of plus minutes. Dani Alves chips in a nice ball to Neymar, swivels in the turn and hits it first time. It's a beautiful finish and no chance for the goalkeeper. I mean, when you kind of watch it in real time, in slow time, it looks like the keeper could have done better. When you watch it in real time, he had no chance. That ball was passing before he could even move. The third goal was a wonderful link-up play between Messi and Neymar, with Messi playing the ball to Neymar. Neymar with a lovely little flick back towards him. Messi going past a couple of the Elbar defenders and putting the ball into the net the only way he knows how. It was terrific by Barcelona, and easy winners again. Elbar just didn't really look like they could really get anything out of that game. But once Barcelona got that first goal, they got the second, they got the third quite soon after, and it ended 3-0. But in the Premier League yesterday, Southampton were certainly the stars of the show, and at the moment, one of the early pace setters. They're third in the league. They really are having a sensational season. Many people, including myself, after they lost all the players they lost, was kind of thinking there's a possibility they might go down. But Southampton, they knew that wasn't going to happen. They kind of quietly went about their business. They brought in Pella, they brought in Tadic, they brought in these players, and they've made a real difference. And they're playing better football than they were last season. Koeman is doing a really good job there. So the first goal from Sunderland was a bizarre own goal by Vergini, and that's a goal that any striker would be proud of. I tell you that. The ball was kind of played over the top by one of the Southampton players, and Vergini, for some reason, hits hits the ball, and it's as if he was trying to beat the keeper. It was actually a brilliant finish if you're a striker, but as a defender, you're thinking, well, what are you trying to do there? And really, I don't know, but when that happens, you're going to have a bad day, and boy, did Sunderland have a bad day. The second goal came from a defensive error. John O'Shea tried to pass the ball out from the defence, and the ball ended up breaking for Southampton. Played it into Davis, who played a cross goal for Pella to make it 2-0. He tapped in. 3-0. Tadic played an outstanding ball into the path of Cork, and Cork made no mistake with the finish. Manoni should have done better, though. He should have tipped it past the post, but this was one of the worst displays that you'll ever see by a goalkeeper. He really was abysmal, and I'll get to that point again. Great fourth goal by Southampton, wonderful interchanging of play and it all started from a cracking pass from former Celtic goalkeeper Fraser Forster. He played a clearance kind of across the pitch into the path, and it was about 30-40 yards from goal, and then Southampton with a wonderful move ended up getting the fourth goal of the game. Manoni should have stopped the shot by Pella. It is on target, it's past the goalkeeper, so it probably should have gone down his goal. It went down as a bridge cut own goal. Pella will feel unfortunate for that. The fifth goal came from Tadic. Played Pella clean through with a wonderful pass. It was a great pass through onto goal, and Tadic does well and finishes well as well. He finished it. He's on the right hand side and he finishes into the left hand corner. Manoni this time no chance. 6-0. Manoni again, having a really really bad game. Passed the ball straight into the path of Tadic, and Tadic hits it first time, and it's a decent effort by Tadic, but again Manoni should have done better, should have saved it, but he just didn't look like he was really capable of saving anything this game. 7-0. This was starting to get silly now. Sunderland gave the ball away 2 minutes after they conceded the sixth, giving it away from kick-off, and when Yama wins the ball ends up breaking, and it's wonderful play by Southampton, and when Yama finishes the move off, it's Sunderland really embarrassing at the back. The Southampton fans, what a day, and they got 8. Sensationally, they got 8. Wonderful play once again, and it was a great move, finished off by the substitute Manny. Southampton were tremendous, as good as Southampton were, it's as bad as Sunderland were. Manoni was abysmal, the backline were an embarrassment, and Vergini in particular was very, very poor. Southampton though were terrific. The football they were playing, the quality of the goal they scored, they really were tremendous. Had Sunderland defended better, maybe this would have been a 4 or 5-0, but Southampton were well worthy of the result, and to be honest, it could have been more. They really were tremendous. So that brings us on to the second game, Manchester City against Tottenham Hotspur. Ryan Mason missed an early chance, he was put through. Joe Hart made himself big and made it very difficult for the England under-21 to score the opener. He played very well today, Ryan Mason. He had a shot later on where it was from just outside the box, has a go at goal, and Joe Hart saves well. But he has been playing very well for Tottenham, certainly. Looks like a real prospect. Manchester City took the lead though when Aguero hit a goal typical of him from inside the box at an angle. He smashed it into the back of the net, and that was 1-0. Tottenham Hotspur would equalise though, as Christian Eriksen was put through by Soldado, and he powered the ball past Joe Hart. It did hit off Joe Hart's foot, but he had no chance of saving it. Just cannons off his foot and goes into the back of the net, and that's 1-1. Manchester City got the first of 4 penalties in this game. The first one, it looked a very soft penalty for Frank Lampard. Looks like he completely made the most of it. Aguero made no mistake and stuck the ball to Lloris's left. The second penalty of the game was awarded, and Kabul went right through David Silva. This time, no question about it, it was a definite penalty. Aguero then missed the result penalty, hitting it straight down the middle, and the ball came back to him and he tried a spectacular bicycle kick, which wasn't a million miles away, and Aguero really was mesmerising today. He really was tremendous. And then Tottenham were awarded the third penalty of the game. Soldado looked like he might have been kind of fouled on outside the box, but then took what looked a clear dive inside the box, and he missed the resulting penalty. He put it to Hart's left, and Hart saved well. It wasn't a particularly good penalty, but a good save from Joe Hart. Got a good strong hand on it. It was then to be 3-1 to Manchester City. Aguero, the ball's played across goal. Kabul misses it, and while he misses it, Fazio pulls Aguero to the ground. Now, it was a straight red card because Kabul missed it. Aguero, it is a clear goal scoring opportunity. He would have tapped the ball into the net, and obviously a clear penalty as well. And Aguero this time, once again, stuck it to Lloris's left, and that was 3-1. The fourth goal came from that. Fernandinho played a great free kick over the top into the path of Aguero, who did well to get onto the ball, cut inside Vertonghen and curled into the back of the net for 4-1. Aguero also had an effort when they were 2-1 up where he had a really powerful shot straight at Lloris, but it was the power he got behind it was just incredible. He really was terrific today. Tottenham weren't without their chances in this game though, but Joe Hart denied them on many occasions. Manchester City probably were worthy of the win. Probably a narrower scoreline than 4-1. Tottenham, it was a bit harsh on Tottenham, had to be said. Like I said, Ryan Mason looked particularly impressive for the away side. And then the last kind of moment of the game, James Milner hit a powerful effort from 25 yards and it calmed off the post. Good win for Manchester City, but Tottenham really have to do better against the big sides if they're going to be a top 4 side. Now on to Crystal Palace against Chelsea. This was a real firecracker of a contest. This whole thing started. Damien Delaney with a reckless challenge on the edge of the box. Went unpunished. It was a clear booking. And Oscar's free kick was terrific. He was on the right hand side of the pitch. He hit this with his left foot and he's put it into the top left hand corner. Really was a tremendous goal. Terrific goal. No question about it. Fantastic goal. The first of 2 very good goals by Chelsea. Chelsea would almost add a second when John Terry had a header cleared off the line from a corner by James McArthur. Chelsea thought they had a shout for a penalty when Eden Hazard was adjudged to have been brought down. And what looked like an act of frustration in the same move, John Terry took out a member of the Palace side. And again, it looked a clear booking and it went unpunished. Then, Damien Delaney was finally booked when he took out Loic Remy. Again, clear booking, so this really should have been the second yellow card and it should have been him heading for an early bath. And then Azpilicueta goes right through one of the Palace players, goes in recklessly, really dangerous challenge, high foot into the player's shin, clear red card, really reckless, dangerous challenge. Damien Delaney would finally be sent off when he tugged at Remy, which is obviously an automatic yellow card, and because he was already been booked, you can guess what happens next. Damien Delaney was finally sent off. Chelsea's second goal was really majestic. It was a Barcelona-esque goal, fantastic one-touch play by the team, and finished off by the former Barcelona man, Cesc Fabregas. Really was a terrific move by Chelsea. Crystal Palace did pull one back late on. Wilfred Zaha went past Felipe Luis, didn't seem to make much of an effort to challenge him. was very late on the game. Played the ball into the path of Fraser Campbell for a tap in, and it ended 2-1. Chelsea were worthy winners this match, no question. Arsenal against Hull is the next game we move on to. Great effort early on by Cazorla, and he was denied by Steve Harper, but Arsenal did take the lead when Alexis Sanchez went past Davies, and it was a great shot across goal into the back of net for 1-0. Diame would equalise for Hull City as he burst through from his own half into the box and finished really well. Although in the move he did look like he clearly filled Mathieu Flamini not once but twice, pulls on his shoulder and then kind of knocks him as well. The referee either didn't see it or it went unpunished, and Hull got an equaliser, obviously a very controversial equaliser. Hull would then take the lead as record sign Abel Hernandez would head in for 2-1. Arsenal would then make it 2-2. Alexis Sanchez with good play played it into the path of Danny Welbeck, who got Arsenal out of jail, and it was 2-2. Arsenal did try to rally for a late winner, but a great defensive clearance and a great save by the substitute keeper who came on for Steve Harper, went off with a shoulder injury. So now Hull's two top keepers are out, Alan McGregor and Steve Harper. But the substitute keeper did well. He made one decent save and then one very good save. And it ended a point here, and probably the fair result. Burnley played West Ham. Sacco scored the opener with a header, which was a game of headers for West Ham. Then Enner Valencia was crossed in to score for the second with a bullet header. He really had to adjust his neck and head to put that one away. A terrific header by him for 2-0. A goalkeeping blunder from a corner resulted in Burnley pulling one back. He tries to catch the ball, completely spills it, just gets nowhere near it. It's a scramble and George Boy puts the ball into the back of the net. A very scrappy goal. West Ham would then add a third as Carlton Cole would head in number 3, and West Ham got the 3 points. Everton against Aston Villa. Jagielka nodded in the opener. Lukaku scored the second. Gruzan should have probably done better with it, should have probably saved it. And Everton got the third when a quick free kick was played by Everton, and the ball was ended up played into the path of Seamus Coleman, who put in number 3. This was more like it from Everton. This was a lot better from them, but again they conceded a lot of opportunities in this game, and because luckily for them, Aston Villa weren't very accurate, and it is a big concern for Everton at the moment that they're not really. They're defensively they're just not looking up to it. They're looking as bad as Liverpool are at the back. And the final game, Newcastle got their first win of the season, a much needed win as Gouffran smashed in to get their winner against Leicester City from 25 yards. Good finish into bottom left hand corner, and a much needed win for Newcastle. And then and again, it's another defeat for Leicester, and a little bit of a slip in form recently. So that win wasn't enough to lift Newcastle off the bottom 3. QPR stay rooted to the bottom. They played today, of course. Burnley are second bottom. I still tip Burnley to probably get the lowest points total. They just really don't look like they're going to get much in this league this season. And also Southampton have been great pace setters. They're sitting in third place at the moment. They're doing really well. Swansea were up there at one point. I think they're still not too far behind. They're playing today as well. I think they're in 6th place, Swansea. West Ham are doing very well as well. They're in 4th place. The signings of Enner Valencia, Mauro Zarate and Sacco have made a massive difference to them. They really have been very, very good. Very interesting season so far, and a long way to go as well. And I will say, like a lot of people, I'm really glad the international break's finished so I can get back to doing these videos regularly. Like most people, obviously, when I watch Scotland, I do want them to do well, and I want them to win the match, and I want to watch the Scotland games. But like most people, when international break comes up, you're just wanting club football to come back, and now it's back. We've got Champions League football midweek as well, so do more videos on that. And like I said, got BT Sport, so any games that I watch on that, then yeah, I'll do videos on that too. Okay, thanks for watching. Like I said, follow me on Twitter. Any questions you want to put, you can put them into Twitter, you can put them onto YouTube, or just whatever. But yeah, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, that's it for this video.